going on, guys? So Final Fantasy 15, the event that's going on in 14 currently is about to end. I'm not sure the date exactly when it ends, but I do know that once it does end, there are going to be two new events popping up. One of which is Breaking Brick Mountain. This has been around, I believe, 3 or 4 times at this point. So if you've missed them before, now's your chance to go back and get the exclusive headpieces. There's two headpieces, and then there's also a minion you get. So now's your chance to go back and get those three things if you want. There's some space. All you got to do, really, I believe, typical, go do your fates, the event fate, a couple times, get your currency you need to go talk to the guy, and then you can trade in your currency for the stuff. So yeah, I'm gonna go through, show you where to go to talk to the vendor, and where to go to get the fates for the Breaking Brick event. So let's do that real quick. Here are the items, actually, real quick. You got the Thug's Mug, the King Slime Crown, which is it's pretty funny. I like that. And you got a Wind Up Brickman, which I don't have that yet, so I got to get that. I'm missing that. But the vendor Havoc will be on the Ul'dah Steps of Nald, just right outside of the Aetheryte, so not too hard to find. Here's his coordinates on the screen if you want to go get those. And then all the fate locations. There's like 5 or 6 fate locations. I'll show those real quick. And then that's really about all there is to this one. This is not anything crazy or big. I think it lasts like 2 or 3 weeks. But here are the fate locations for it. The first one will be in Central Thanalan. Here's the coordinates. Then you got Lower Lenosha. Coordinates also. Upper Lenosha. Central Shroud. And North Shroud. So go to any of these locations, do the fate when it pops, get your currency, go talk to Havoc and Ul'dah, and get your 3 things. Pretty much it. Nothing too crazy. Now the next one is where's it at here? Is the Moogle Treasure Trove, the Hunt for Lore. Now this one it drops the same day and time that the Breaking Brick event happens. But this one will last. This one's going to last a lot longer. It's going to last until Endwalker actually drops. So this one, you go talk to your Moogles. There's itinerant Moogles. They want these irregular tombstones, and then they'll trade you rare items for the tombstones. So as you can see here, there's going to be some mounts. There's like one minion, I believe, a griffin minion. Then there's this jacket here. It looks pretty cool. It's like a MSQ jacket. Looks pretty dope. But as far as lore wise in the game, in recent years, demand from collectors and historians has led to the surge of adventurers seeking tombstones, those mysterious relics of the Allegan Empire made to record and keep its secrets. A small number of the artifacts, unique for the peculiar sort of knowledge contained within, have piqued the interest of the eccentric and particular itinerant Moogles, who come bearing rare goods of their own to exchange for these irregular tombstones. So pretty much just the Moogles want these tombstones. That's why they're interested and they want tombstones. So you give them tombstones and they will give you pretty cool things. First, let's talk about how do we get them. Well, if you go to your duty finder, any place in the duty finder, any raid or dungeon or whatever, if it has a Moogle head, as you see on the screen, that's how you know if you can get a regular tombstone. So you just kind of farm these out, and you will get, tombstones. Now each event does give a different amount. As you can see down below, if you do the Praetorium, you get 10 per completion. If you do the Castor Meridium, you get 7, and it just kind of goes from there. The Amarat dungeon, you get like 5. PvP maps here, you get anywhere from 3 to 5 per completion, which is pretty cool. If you're into that, you can kind of farm them out that way as well. And you got some dungeons here: Balthazar's Wall, Alamigo, the research facility. You get like 4 per completion. And you got some raids here: Binding Cult Bahamut, turns 1 and 2. and then Sycris Tower, and you get 3. So you just kind of do what you want. You know, some may be faster. I'm sure there'll be a guide. Someone will make a guide on the fastest way to knock these out. You know, to get as many as you can possible. Because there's like some things cost like 100 tombstones, and then some cost like 30. I think most things cost like 30, like the mounts and stuff. Then you got some trials here, some raids. They give you 2 per completion. So I don't know. For me, maybe the Praetorium. Just do it with your daily roulette, and then just kind of maybe do PvP or maybe some trials if you can get them done quickly. You know, one thing to note is you cannot do it with an undersized party. It has to be an actual full party, so you can't just go in by yourself and just knock it out as fast as possible. So keep that in mind. Now here's some locations for the itinerant Moogles. Of course, you got them in. You got one in Limsa Lominsa, New Gridania, and Ul'dah. There's the coordinates for each one. Go there, talk to them. They'll be the ones you take your tombstones to, and where you get your items. So super cool. And now, as far as here are the items that the Moogles have. There's quite a bit of mounts here, which is pretty cool. Because I'm missing a lot of mounts because I kind of started late playing. I'm gonna go through and try to get as many of these mounts as possible. The first thing that I want to get though is going to be the Inferno jacket because that looks pretty cool. Just to have, just for me. I'm a collector. You know, it is what it is. The jacket is 100 tombstones, and then the Auspicious Kame Fife and the Dark Lantern Whistle 50. You got these things. I forget what they're called. Orchestrion rolls. I don't know. Armor for your Chocobo, an Alamegan armor, a Drake horn, Gabu horn. Whistles, you know, you can get gold saucer cards. I think these give you 50,000 MGP for 30 tombstones. So if you're missing something in gold saucer, there's a good way to get a decent chunk of GP. Then of course they got some stuff for your house and stuff like that. Some furnishings, is what it's called. Duh. And some masks, some armor. Stuff like that. Then there's writing maps. I'm not 100% sure on what these maps do, but I know you can only get one. So, but if you need those, if there's something for those, I have no idea what they're for, honestly. So I'm not going to try to pretend that I do. No idea. Yeah, there's the Griffin Hatchling you can get for 7, so that's super easy to get. And Ariel Polyp, if I said that correctly. Some cards, another roll, and a Magic Prism, Job Mastery. So, yeah, those are the things you can get. Kind of just pick and choose what you want. Farm it out as you want, as you need. Grab anything that you're missing. And there you go. But that's it. Those are the 2 events that's going to be popping off Final Fantasy till Endwalker drops. But if you're excited, as I am, for Endwalker, be sure to give us a like and subscribe. I'm going to be playing a lot of it on Twitch. I'm going to try to maybe put a playthrough of all of Endwalker on my YouTube, maybe. I'm not really sure what I want to do with YouTube yet. I'm still kind of trying to find my groove and stuff like that. But be sure to like and subscribe if you are into Final Fantasy stuff at all, or Square Enix at all, because I'll be doing a lot of that stuff, because I'm huge into Final Fantasy and Square Enix. I love their games and stuff. So I'll be playing a lot of that. Alright, well, I'll see you guys next time. Peace!